What is up, everybody? Carlos here, and I'm going to be showing off everything I picked up at GameStop for the 2 weeks that they had run the 4 for 20, 4 for 40 promotion. So it ends this Saturday, October 4th, and I'm going to just tell y'all right now that I think I'm done with the deals. I'm not going to be going back to GameStop for maybe until next week. I will be figuring it out what what deal is next. Maybe it's gonna be buy two get one free, or 4 for 10, which has happened before, and can't wait. Maybe I think they need to kind of slow down on the deals, but luckily the GameStop I go to has a lot of good deals. Although right now I think I cleaned up house or picked up what I wanted to pick up, and that's it. There were other games I wanted to pick up, but unfortunately I did not. I wasn't even been able to snag them because by the time I got back, they were gone. But case comes to worse is that it's better to just pick up what you can and be happy with what you find. But anyway, let's get to it. So I picked up a bunch of games here, and I'm going to be showing off everything I picked up for the last 2 weeks, starting from last week. So I picked up, let me see here. So I picked up one thing. I picked up Pac-Man Repack. So this one actually was on PS1. A lot of people don't know because either they weren't born. Some people were born in the PS2 era of gaming. I was born before PS1 ever. Excuse me. I was born before PS1 ever existed. So yeah. So this game came out last year, I believe, and the new one came out just about 2 weeks ago. Second game. I actually have the third game on PSP just to show off some clarity that this game does exist or has existed for generations. So this is the third game, and eventually it'll probably come out for the PS5. But yeah, and yes, this game is actually on PS2 as well. But yeah, anyway, Pac-Man Repack. I don't know if they censored anything, and I think supposedly they had censored stuff on the Repack version than the PS1 game, but who knows? I don't really remember. We have Maneater. So they had a PS4 version of the game as well, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go straight for PS5 games. Like, if they have it on PS5, I'm gonna get it for PS5. I'm kind of trying to. I'm trying to convert, or I'm trying to step away from PS4 games that have a PS5 version and just get the PS5 straight away, instead of getting the PS4 version, because to be honest, I don't want to be wanting to install the game uh, through means of digital downloads. And I'll probably make another video and tell you what that means, but whatever. Anyway, Life is Strange True Colors. So there's a bunch of Life is Strange games, and none of them are none of them interact with one another. They all have their own protagonist, so I'm safe to play this game without having to worry about playing the other games. Same thing with the Dark Pictures games. They all have their own protagonists, so I can play the other games if I want to. So I'll just go ahead and play the one I've been wanting to play for a while now. So, but yeah. Anyway, we have Aster Goes Curse of the Stars. It's crazy. The publisher is Gearbox, which is the people that make Borderlands. And speaking of Borderlands, the Borderlands 4 came out like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. Anyway, this is a adventure game, action adventure game. Kind of looks like God of War in a way, but you have a female protagonist, unless that's a dude. But then again, I don't know, because this is the guy right here, and that's a girl. Then again, maybe we choose our gender. We don't. I don't know. So it's a Greek and Roman mythologies. That's what it's inspired by. And yeah, it has some DLC here. Pre-order bonus pack, I guess. But I don't know if that actually works or not. So I'll check that out later. Next up, we got some PS4 games. We got Left Alive, Day 1 Edition. This looks like Metal Gear, just by these characters. So it's a post-apocalyptic world, and you play as those three characters with three different scenarios. But the problem is that here it says there's multiple endings, and I don't like games that have multiple endings because it kind of ruins the experience of having to do the game over and over and over. I know there's a way to cheese it by manual saves and doing two different paths and such, but you have to be specific when you're doing manual saves because sometimes the manual save will override your automatic save and you got to do the automatic save again, but the manual save and vice versa. And that's how you get all the endings, but it's just it's too much endings. We got Red Out Red Out Lightspeed Edition. So I guess that's what it's called, Lightspeed Edition. So I believe it would be just called Red Out without the Lightspeed Edition. But this has PlayStation exclusive. This is Wipeout skins from the Wipeout games, if you ever played them. And this looks like Wipeout. The way the game looks pretty cool. I do have Wipeout Omega Collection, so I don't know if I really need to replay this game or not. But yeah, so yeah, it says right here Lightspeed Edition, and it includes Europa, Neptune Pack, Verdicts, Pack DLCs. Those are the libraries. So those are the ships from Wipeout actually. And well, I played Wipeout since PS1, so I like the Piranha. That's like probably my favorite one. We got Wolfenstein Deluxe Edition or Young Blood Deluxe Edition. I have like a lot of editions that are just weird. We got Day 1 Edition, Lightspeed Edition, Day 1 Edition, Deluxe Edition. That's just crazy. So this one has a different variant artwork. So I have the original one. The original one looks like that. And I'm not going to say it's not a bad artwork, but having this one seems a little better in a way of sense of just saying that, oh, you have the deluxe edition, so you have a buddy pass. But I don't know if that actually works or not. Anyway, it has the buddy pass, has these cyborg skin pack, whatever. You could pretty much buy those if you don't have the deluxe code. Pretty sure that the deluxe edition code is expired unless it comes in the disc, because sometimes, like I said, sometimes these DLC codes or deluxe edition games come with the DLC included on the disc, but I don't know. Anyway, Youngblood Wolfenstein. We picked up Pac-Man World Championship Edition 2. So the first one is actually on PS3, Xbox 360. This one is on PS4, Xbox One. This one comes with Galaga, Pac-Man, and Dig Dug. Those are retro games if you have never played those. So yeah, this is the remix championship edition, if you want to call it. We call it remix because it's basically what it is. Then we have Pac-Man Old School. We got Galaga and then Dig Dug retro. So yeah, that's cool. I played these back in my Game Boy Advance, because I know the Game Boy Advance had these, and that were like called retro games. Then we got week two's pickups here. We got Shenmue 3. I never played it before, but it's like a beat 'em up type of game or whatever. I gotta get the first two. I never played the first two, so this is a continuation of the third game. The first two came out on Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast, and then they remade them for the PS4 and then they did a Kickstarter for this game. Ended up making a lot of money just to kickstart a game, and well, the game did come out, but a lot of people either were disappointed or they were happy with the way the route of how the game was being developed. But yeah, back then, back in 2016 and all that, there was a lot of Kickstarter projects that video games had made. I know there was one that I was looking forward to, but the game never did come out. And I don't know if those guys ever got refunded or what, but I think they were either scamming the player base. But luckily, I did not donate to the cause because I know I would have wanted my money back as soon as that the game, even though it hit the goal, it still was never released. Anyway, continuing. The Order 1886. This is a launch title, and I would say this is a good launch title, but it was poorly executed in a way of it being too short. Supposedly, people can play this game and beat it under 5 hours, maybe less. I don't know. You can platinum this game even with the hardest difficulty, and I don't think you would have a problem beating it. But it's a shame that Radiant Dawn made a good game, but it was short. I never played it before. I've seen people play it, and it looks pretty cool. It looks like it would have been based off of London, because the back that looks like Buckingham Palace. But the game just, you know, it was mediocre, even though it was praised. It was praised good by a lot of people. The trailer was good, but it was just too short. Continuing on, we got Legends of WrestleMania. So back then, I used to watch wrestling, and actually, I know all these guys here. That's Andre the Giant. That's Hulk, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and then we got The Rock, who's actually covered. Um, I don't know these two though, because I think these two were before I was born, back in the 70s. But yeah, there's a Rock right there. So yeah, I picked this one up, and it's cool. So it has you can rewrite, or you can relive the moments of WrestleMania and such. This is like the actual footage they're showing off here, and then that's the gameplay. Um, I like the WWE logo that they actually put on here, because it shows off ECW and then the old school WWE, or WWF, because it used to be called that. And then on top of that, you can actually see the reflection of Raw. And if I can get it correctly, has SmackDown. If I can, yeah. So yeah, there's Raw and SmackDown, but I can't get it to work. But anyway, it has those 4 eras of wrestling, and I watched 3 of the eras. I watched SmackDown, Raw, and ECW. Okay, so we got Soul Calibur 4. I already have this game, but for $5, with the discount, I ended up getting it for $4.50. It was too good of a game to pass up. I can give my other copy to my brother or something. So this one actually comes with the manual. That's why I picked it up, only because I wanted it complete. The other one did not have the manual, and I couldn't check because they had a little piece of tape here. But yeah. So yeah, you play as Darth Vader on PS4, or excuse me, PS3, and then the Xbox you get to play as Yoda. I believe there was a patch, and you could have bought the DLC for these characters after they came out, but I believe the DLC is lost, so there is no way for you to play Yoda on PS3 and Darth Vader on Xbox unless you bought the DLC before they pulled it from the PlayStation Store. So we got Spider-Man 3, and yes, I was excited when I found this. I was happy because I was able to snag it and get this game that people overlooked The PS2 version isn't as good. I played the PS2 version, but it's just missions. You play the mission, you beat it, and then you go out and play the other mission. This game has open world, so you can go around through New York, swing around, swing about with the black suit as well, and that's what Spider-Man was always or has been about. And yes, same font, but a lot of people don't understand that this font is actually not from Spider-Man. There's actually two other things I've seen this font from or where it came from. Um, and I actually have a booklet from PS1, but I'll probably show that later. And then there was a DVD that actually had the same font. That was not even Spider-Man. But anyway, yeah, I picked up this grail of a game, and I'm happy I found it. I picked up Dungeon Munchies. So I was skeptical if I was gonna buy this or not. It looks pretty weird. So this is a rated M game. So there's blood and gore, and I don't know how that's possible, but even with a 2D platformer, maybe it's the same way like Blood Rain, Betrayal, um, but there's actual blood and gore on a 2D game as well. Because when you shoot somebody, you can like uh, split them in two, and then also you can cut them in two. This game probably the same way. Um, and well, it looks pretty interesting. So that's the only reason why I picked it up. There was other PS5 games, but this one seemed more interesting, so that's the reason why I picked it up. It has a reverse cover art as well. It has a little recipe book here as well. It's a little pamphlet, and then there's a little DLC code for some music. But I'll see what that's about. We're almost done. We got Astria Ascending. I never heard of this game. Um, I saw this game last week, and I was like thinking maybe it won't be there, but surely enough, it was there still. So I picked it up. So another 2D platformer or RPG type of game. I'm hoping it's good. Um, I like to play. I like RPG games, but I just wish I had more time to play video games. But I just don't have the time anymore. I just really wish I can go back 20 years and start playing games like this again. But oh well. Anyway, we got Kena Bridge of Spirits, PS5 edition. I have the PS4 version, but I will probably show that off later and show you why I got the PS5 edition as well. So yeah, there you have it, folks. We got all these awesome games, and I don't regret not picking these up whatsoever. But before I go, I do want to show off. So I got a freebie here. Got this Looney Tunes DVD from one of the guys from GameStop. I was telling him about how they used to sell DVDs, and then he ended up pulling this out of the drawer. He told me, "Oh, yeah, we GameStop used to sell DVDs and Blu-rays too." And then I was like, "You know what? We have this DVD here. You want it?" It's like, "Yeah, just give it to me, man." I was like, "Oh, snap, Looney Tunes. I like Looney Tunes." So yeah, it's cool. Like I said, uh, being friends with certain people, you get your benefits. And then we got one more game I forgot to mention. We got Dollhouse. So this game came out a couple of months back, I think this year. And this game, I think it's rare in a sort of sense because it's an indie game, but also uh, it's a sequel to the original Dollhouse that came out years ago. That game is still digital. I don't think it'll ever be physical. So I ended up picking up the sequel. I'm gonna buy the digital game if it's on sale, and I'm gonna try to play that game before I play this game. I don't know. It looks like it's going up in price, to be honest. But I was able to pick it up with my discount, but also I was able to pick it up with the points I ended up earning. So I ended up spending $20 for it. So yeah, there you go. That's about it. The whole 2 weeks of GameStop hunting, this is all I picked up, and I'm glad I picked up everything. And I'm happy with everything I have here. I just wish I had more space to put all these games, but I just clearly don't have enough space. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm gonna let Gonna go through all the way down. So yeah. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoyed this video. If y'all did, leave a like, comment, all that good stuff. You have a good day, you have a good week, you have a good night, good morning, all that stuff. Whatever, wherever you're watching, y'all just take care of yourselves. Y'all just be vigilant of your surroundings and just stay safe out there, folks. This is Carlos. I will see y'all guys on the next video. Um, I'm hoping that GameStop will have another sale, but time will tell if they'll do another sale this October after this Saturday, which will end for the 4 for 20, 4 for 40 deal. But yeah, but for now, stay tuned for more videos. I'll see y'all guys next time. Till then, peace out.